Hello, my wonderful Scorpios. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, so we have Juniper Berry in the category of projection. So the trigger statement reads, "My mind does not rest." The true statement, "I listen to my higher self." Look at each story that repeats itself in your mind as a stranger would. Ask yourself, is this true? It seems to me, Scorpio, that you have the answers to a question that you have, or the clarity that you're seeking is it exists within. But possibly, like, it's like you don't believe it, or you're like, I just need to see one more sign. But I'm strongly getting like you know the answer to something, but maybe you're a little bit doubtful. And it may be an answer where there's not necessarily any tangible evidence, but it could be something that you have like a very strong gut feeling about. And it's interesting because it says, look at each story that repeats itself in your mind as a stranger. Would ask yourself, is this true? What's standing out to me here, guys, is like, look at each story that repeats itself in your mind as a stranger would, and then ask yourself, is this true? Right? Some of you, whether it's you're in a period of solitude, you feel like you're thinking about something and you don't have anyone else that you can go to for advice, right? And generically speaking, guys, when we're up in our mind a lot, or we're thinking about something persistently, or many things, right, consistently, it could be we start to believe things even if they're not true. So whether it's you feel like you want or need a second opinion in the current moment, or just stepping out of your thoughts, which obviously is easier said than done, it could give you a different perspective on this situation. And I will say that this is a week where, be very careful with the thoughts that you're thinking or what you're feeding your mind, because you could start to believe it. There could even be some sort of illusions in this connection that you're having a hard time seeing past, or someone is giving you mixed signals and you're trying to make sense of it. Okay, let's see what's going on. So we have the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck and the Ace of Pentacles. I see an incoming offer here, Scorpio, but what's standing out to me is the Ace of Pentacles is coming out alongside with the Three of Swords, which is like an incoming offer, but something is causing you to feel very torn. Like if it's someone who is reconnecting with you from the past, for example, there could be something that you're reminded of, or some sort of suppressed emotions that are resurfacing, which is resulting in you having a hard time seeing the bigger picture, or it's causing a lot of confusion here. Kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this person, or I'm feeling mixed emotions about this person. Okay, I'm going to start off by seeing how you are being viewed this week. The Fool card. You're being viewed as someone who's moving forward or manifesting something new for yourself. And what I'm seeing here, Scorpio, is like, even though I'm intuitively picking up on you feeling a little bit stressed out or overthinking when it comes to a situation, this person is viewing you as handling this situation much better than they are. It's almost like a very free energy, or they feel like you're in the process of rising above something, freeing yourself from something that has caused you to feel very burdened or weighed down. So even if it internally feels very difficult for you to do on the outside, it seems like you're keeping it together, or this person is just, viewing you as, being able to move forward, or detach from a situation that has once had some sort of a grip on you. There could also just be, a new beginning in your life that is visible to this person. Some of you could be, relocating, or maybe you've received an offer for a new job, and that could be something that this person is aware of. Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups in the challenge position. This is someone who's very intrigued by you, Scorpio, but for some reason, with the Four of Cups in the challenge position, they're not sure how you feel. You may even have someone here who is admiring you, maybe even from afar, but they can't put their finger on how you feel, or they're questioning your interest in this connection. Kind of like, are we on the same page? This person, in their mind, it could seem like you guys are on the same page, or they may feel like you're taking a liking towards them, but there is a part of them that feels very doubtful. Kind of like, am I just getting ahead of myself, or are the things that I'm telling myself, are they actually true, or is it, an illusion, or is it, something that I'm just, fantasizing about? And the Four of Cups could be something where it's like this person is not happy with the current dynamic in terms of they're wanting something more, or they feel ready to kind of take the next step here. But they're also trying to figure you out while they are, wanting to take the next step here. And I'm strongly getting like they're questioning your interest, or they can't really figure out if you still have emotions for them. Maybe for some of you, if it's fairly new or you've only had a brief meeting with this person, they're assuming that you're taking a liking towards them because you guys are conversing, but they're not sure. Like, there is a level of uncertainty here. I will say that, hence why those two cards are coming up in the challenge position. For some of you, it's someone who's offering you their cup of love, but they feel like you no longer want their cup of love, or you're no longer waiting on an offer. Maybe something you wanted in the past, you're receiving it in the now, but your emotions have changed, or your perspective has changed. How are you viewing them? The Seven of Pentacles. You're observing this connection. I think you're doing more analyzing and listening as opposed to speaking this week. And the Seven of Pentacles, I mean, you are looking at the situation and saying, well, it wasn't always bad, or there are things that we could, that we do, or we did work through. But then Seven of Pentacles is also acknowledging where there's room for improvement. So there may be specific things about the connection here that you don't agree with, or that you want to kind of alter. And really, if you boil down the Seven of Pentacles, that's you looking at this person or looking at this connection and asking yourself, is it worth the investment? That's really what that boils down to, right? Yeah, there's room for improvement. Yeah, there are certain things that can work out, but is this worth my investment? Is this something that's going to, is this something that I'm going to be content with for the long haul? Or is this something that feels very like temporarily stable? So those could be thoughts that are crossing your mind about this connection this week. There could also just be something that doesn't make sense to you in the current moment. Like, you're trying your best to make sense of it, even if you're operating from a very, or you're taking a very realistic approach to understanding someone. But there's something here that's just not adding up, or it's causing a level of confusion for you. So we have the Three of Wands in your feelings, and we have the Four of Wands. Some of you are open to reconciling with this person, or you do have commitment on your mind, but with the Three of Wands, you may feel like it requires some sort of a plan, right? Three of Wands is associated with planning, but it's also associated with making a firm decision. There are three wands there. He's holding on to one. In traditional tarot, it does touch on choosing a direction that you want to go in. So some of you could be in the process of making a decision, but you don't want to do anything impulsively. Some of you could be wanting to connect with this person, or you do see the potential here, but you feel it's someone who's giving you mixed signals. Maybe some days you feel like you have them figured out, and other days there is, a level of uncertainty or confusion that you have to work through. And there is a question, of where is this connection headed, or what does the future hold? And this could even be someone or a connection that there's a lot of passion. You do have a deep desire to connect with this person, although there's a part of you that feels like you need more information on something, or it needs to feel more stable or firm in order for you to completely, or give your all. Because for you viewing the situation, the Seven of Pentacles, you're still analyzing it. You're still wondering or asking yourself if it's actually worth your investment. So we have the Moon card in your feelings and the Page of Pentacles. Someone could be trying to get through to you, but they're unable to. Like if you have someone blocked, it could be that they're like sending you a message or trying to call you, but obviously if they're blocked, they're unable to get through to you. Or for others of you, it's like wanting to express something to you, but not sure if you will be understanding towards it or if you will sympathize with them when it comes to what they want to express to you. It's almost like someone is fearing how you will receive what they want to tell you. With the Page of Pentacles as well as the Moon card, I'm strongly getting that this is someone who is learning more about you, but in your feelings, I see more of a closed off energy, or you're suppressing something that is weighing heavily on your mind. Even if it's specifically this week, whether it's you don't feel comfortable addressing something, whether it's you're trying to figure something out on your own and get to a space where you feel like your emotions are intact before you open up to this person about those emotions. Could also be you viewing the connection as, yes, I feel connected to this person, but there's also a lot that I feel like is in the unknown. And this is a persistent message that I was getting, right? Like something feels confusing, or something feels like you feel like you don't know something to the extent that you should. And so making a decision from a space of kind of knowing doesn't sit right with you. So I do see that this is a week where you're seeking a lot of clarity in the Moon card. Yeah, that could touch on suppressed emotions, or you feeling like there's a lot of secrecy in this connection, something that feels like it's in the unknown. In some cases, it could be you feeling like this person is intentionally choosing not to share something with you. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces. So the Magician is clarifying the Ace of Cups, okay? And the Ten of Swords clarifying the Four of Cups. So you have someone who's trying to manifest a new beginning here. They do feel like they have what it takes to create a change in this dynamic. When you have the Ten of Swords as well as the Four of Cups, what this person is specifically concerned about, Scorpio, is how you feel towards an ending or even like a form of betrayal. There could be a question of, are you still focused on that? Is that something Scorpio is willing to forgive? Is that something we're able to move forward from? Or is that just going to create a block and we're not going to be able to move forward from it or reconnect? So there is a level of concern, but it's more specifically like fearing rejection or feeling like you guys are not on the same page. Like, for example, right, if you have someone here who is ready to move forward from a very brutal ending or a betrayal that occurred between the both of you, there's a strong question of, but is Scorpio on the same page? What if Scorpio is still upset with me? What if Scorpio is still, healing from what has occurred? And it's not to take away from maybe what caused an ending. They are acknowledging how painful or the amount of pain that the both of you have endured in this connection, but they're wanting to work through it. They're wanting a new beginning. It's not something that they want to they don't want that to just like allow, or they don't want to allow that to just control the connection between the both of you. It's something that they actually want to heal or forgive or overcome. Ten of Swords and the Four of Cups could also be someone kind of questioning, because this has happened between Scorpio and I, or because the ending was so brutal, do we still share the same connection, or has the emotions changed where we're not going to be able to connect the same way that we used to? So in their feelings, we have the Empress, which means they still see the potential in this connection here. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra, Taurus. We have Capricorn energy. They can't stop thinking about you this week. And it seems to me that this is someone who is still viewing you as their person or someone that they want to build with. Are they acknowledging maybe what feels unhealthy in this connection? Yes. Are they acknowledging maybe even a pattern that seemed to be very toxic between the both of you? Absolutely. But it doesn't change how they feel, or it doesn't change the fact that they still want to work something out with you. They still see potential here. It's someone who's not giving up on this connection. There's also a reason as to why they feel very connected to you. Like some of you could have quite literally built something together, or maybe you birthed something together. Like if there's children in this dynamic, maybe you guys have shared assets, or there's goals and plans and dreams that you guys have discussed together. They feel like there's this cord between the both of you. The Temperance, some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or an Aquarius. Wow. We have the Empress, the Devil, the Star, and the Temperance. All major arcana. Yeah, so you have someone here who definitely wants to heal things with you, restore balance in this connection. You are who they feel at peace with, but they're acknowledging that right now you guys are not at a peaceful state in this connection. But they feel like you guys are able to move past that. You guys are able to heal that. This connection with you is something very special and rare to this person that they are not willing to give up on. Or they feel like they're going to, they're willing to put up a fight before giving up on it. They feel like they want to try everything and know that they possibly have done everything that they could do to solve this issue prior to moving forward if it does not work out. It's a very determined individual. There's a lot of lessons in this connection this person feels. There's a lot that they've learned about you, or there's a lot that they've learned from you about themselves as well. Because a Star card in Temperance, it could be something that is going on for you, but on like a spiritual level, or a realization that you're having, which is helping some sort of healing within yourself. Four of Pentacles, followed by the Wheel of Fortune and the potential outcome, a change, a turn of events, turning over a new leaf here. But I will say, like, there could have been a very stagnant or fixed energy between the both of you for quite some time. The Wheel of Fortune, it does speak about a positive change, but it also touches on being at kind of like a fork in the road. So there may be a really important decision of, do I trust the situation to move forward, or is it something that I want to, detach from? Four of Pentacles is being clarified by the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Wands clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. Someone is not giving up on this connection, or they're not going down without, putting up a fight here. They are fighting for this connection. They're very determined. Do they feel like it's going to be complicated? Do they feel like it's not, going to be a walk in the park? Absolutely. But they're willing to do what it takes to say, well, I tried everything to make this work. And it stems from a place, Scorpio, of this person feeling like what you guys have genuinely feels irreplaceable, right? Their feelings, it's all the cards in their feelings kind of telling me all I need to know. How strongly they feel towards you, and how powerful they truly feel like this connection is. So let's see what they want to communicate. There could even be like obstacles or something that's standing in the way that they're getting rid of in the potential outcome as well. So many things remind me of you. Some of you could communicate with this person through music. That's specific. And then what just popped out here? I wonder how you feel. And I said this person is trying to figure you out. They want to know if you guys are on the same page. They want to work through this, but they're not sure if you do. And then it says we don't share the same values. So that could have been what caused a disagreement between the both of you in the past. And I see a life differently now. Temperance and the Star card, a shift in perspective. Maybe something that wasn't clear to them in the past is becoming very clear to them in the now. And bottom of the deck reads, I love you. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.